Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just sitting here waiting till it's time for me to go pick up Morgan from daycare. Today was my day off too, which is great. I had Sunday and Monday off. I think we do a rotation at my job where this will happen for each of us, like once, maybe twice a month or whatever, which is great. I think it's awesome. Um, Anyways, well, I was going to continue with my story about living in that squatter's house back in January of 2017 and how there was a gal named JJ who was running everything in the house and manipulating everybody and, making it seem like we were in the house so we could get our lives back and to get off drugs and stuff, when in actuality, she had turned that house into a trap house and a cat house. I mean, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, that's cool, but those of you who don't, I'm not even going to try to explain it. However, I have to think really hard about how I'm going to tell this story, because some really not good things happen there, and these days one has to watch what they say, because you can see how someone can say something, it can get misinterpreted or misconstrued by somebody else, and that can present a whole new set of problems. So instead, I'm going to talk to you guys about the casinos. And I'll get back to the story eventually as soon as I come up with a way to make telling my life story less offensive. It's pretty bad in today's society. We have to worry about what we say. Anyways, so one of my other hustles when I was on the street was, going to the casino, Emerald Queen. And Emerald Queen, they've built this really nice casino / hotel, and that's over on Portland Avenue. I'm talking about the Emerald Queen that was next to the cemetery. And then, of course, the other one that's still there on Pack Highway in Fife. So that was one of the ways I survived on the streets, was going into these casinos. I would, go in there for free drinks, because you always had the free soda, the free lemonade, free coffee, free water, free virgin drinks. I remember ordering way too many of them virgin pina coladas. Those were free because they didn't have alcohol in them, right? And this one chick who was one of the, cocktail waitresses, suffice it to say, my time there and my behavior caused me to make quite a few enemies, when it came to the customers or guests or whatever, and staff, right? Because there was this very dark-skinned black cocktail waitress who said, "Oh, hey, you want one of those? I'll make you a virgin pina colada in a nice big glass," right? And oh, heck yeah, she did, but she made sure there were lots of chunks of glass and plastic in it so that I would, end up choking on that or swallowing it and hurting myself or killing myself or whatever. So I didn't drink it, and I sat it down on one of the slot machines, and this one native dude came over, native Mexican, I don't know, whatever, but he came over and he's like, "Hey, are you gonna drink this?" And I'm like, "Nah, bro, you can have it." So he took the glass and was drinking it and walked away. And I mean, I saw him later on, so obviously he didn't get hurt. He probably ended up throwing it away. But yeah, can you believe that this broad is gonna do this to me because she knows that everybody knew that I was strung out on meth, and it's not like, even if I tried to report her, nobody's going to believe me. Like I said, that's one thing too, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're an active addiction, don't expect for anybody to come to your rescue when you get victimized. They're not going to do it. Like, I'm dead serious. Dude, I worry that even if you're a law-abiding citizen, law enforcement won't help you when things are going down, and we've already witnessed that, lately, especially, these last couple of months or last couple of years or whatever, yeah. And, so, let me think here. There are only from my own personal observation, there are only certain types of people that go to the casino. Okay, one, it's just the average person who's going in there because they just like playing the slots, or they like playing table games. They're not there to engage in any debauchery. That's just something they like to do to blow off steam or maybe have some fun or whatever, right? And then there's the ones that are stone cold addicted to the casino. They're there all the time, blowing their SSI checks, blowing their paychecks, pawning stuff, stealing from other people so they can get cash from a pawn shop or from whoever, so they can go in there and try to, win lots of money. Which usually, the reverse effect happens where they end up losing everything, so therefore they go out and commit more crimes or whatever it is, or whatever it takes to get more money to come back. Like I said, for a while I was panhandling with these dudes over at the freeway exit ramp over in Fife, just like, right down the street from Emerald Queen and Fife. And the dudes, because they hadn't been banned, well, one of them was, and he ended up getting banned later on, but before all that, they would be at the exit ramp, collecting money, holding their cardboard signs, just like I did. Then they get money from all these people, and then they go to the casino, go blow that money, and then go right back to the exit ramp and panhandle some more to get more money to go back to the casino. And you know that you got a problem with gambling when that comes first. Because usually a person who's in active addiction and wanting to get high, usually if they're going to get money from somebody, no matter who it's from, they're going to go and get their drugs first and then go hit the casino. Sorry, I have all this chapped skin on my lips, dude. Like I said, it's horrible here. Too dry. But yeah, so... initially, you would go and, get your drugs after you've gotten whatever it is that people have given you, right? But you're a stone cold, gambling, slot machine, casino addict when you go right to the casino to go try to, double or triple or quadruple your money. That way you can buy more drugs and gamble more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see, and then you have the people that go in there to rob people who are legitimately there playing the slots. Like this one dude I knew, he used to target people who were, putting large amounts of money into the machines. He would be standing nearby and, grab up their cash out vouchers, anywhere from $200, $400, $600. He'd take their vouchers and run. Or some people will go in there and they'll notice that you're playing the slots and not paying attention. They'll take your purse or your wallet or your cell phone. If you have it sitting down on the machine, that's what they're going to do. I remember one time I ended up, was hanging out with these people, and ended up sitting in one of the machines, had my purse on the floor, open, I guess, and somebody came along and took my wallet and stuff. I think. There's so many times when I've been robbed or ripped off because I've been high or passed out. Honestly, like more times than I can even count, which is absolutely pathetic and scary and just unbelievable. And let's see, what else? Okay, and then there's also the dudes or the men that come there to the casino looking for hookers. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're everywhere, both, tricks and hookers. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, and then, you end up meeting some dude or whatever, and you think, oh, hey, this dude's cool. And the next thing you know, he's begging you for money. Let me make this perfectly clear. If you're a dude and you're manipulating a woman or taking advantage of her for money, that makes you a woman. Like, dead serious. A real man ain't gonna do that. A real man can hustle on his own. A real man can hold down a job and not act like a horse's ass. For real. Like, there was this one black dude that I had met and was hanging out with him and stuff, and I ended up with some money. Well, he's like following me around like a puppy dog. Oh, hey, can I get another $20? And it's like, okay, dude, whatever. Yeah, it just makes everybody look bad, especially the one, begging for money and acting a fool. And what's crazy is, like, later on, maybe like 6 or 7 months later, I saw the same dude at the casino. So I went over to the coffee pot, because they have, like I said, they have free coffee, poured a steaming hot cup of coffee, and was going to walk over to him and throw it in his face, right? But this one gal that I had just met, she's like, nah, girl, don't be doing that. He ain't worth it. And I'm glad that she was there to stop me from doing what I was going to do. See, I always have weird stuff on my shirt and everything. Yeah, don't pay attention to me. I just, I'm not going to dress up to do a video. At least not yet. Who knows? Maybe in the future. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then there's also people that are there at the casino to either buy drugs, sell drugs, or both, honestly. And I mean, this is just from what I've experienced. I don't need to say any names or any of that stuff, but like I said, I can only tell you what I personally have witnessed, you know what I mean? So yeah, and that's pretty much how it is. And like many years ago, back before I ever used drugs or before I even had a criminal record or anything, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about going to a casino. Why am I going to go there when I have a full-time job and 2 children at home that I'm taking care of? And like for years and years, like I said, my mom took my 2 oldest kids, who are grown now. Like I said, my son's 19 and my daughter's 18. But back when they were in elementary school, my mom would take the kids on Friday nights so I could work Saturdays. Because in Port Orchard, on Saturdays, there were no daycares that were open. So mom did this for many years, you know what I mean? So I worked Tuesday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5. And like I said, after work on Friday night, I'd go to the daycare, pick up the kids, we'd go get McDonald's, and then we'd drive out to Tacoma, where I'd drop them off at her house. And then, like, on the way home, I always passed by those casinos, or at least the one that was over near the cemetery. I mean, I could see, like, the lights and, like, the sign from where I was when I was, like, heading toward the freeway or whatever. But I never once had a desire to go there ever. And even when I was, like, still with my second husband, the dude who is the father of the 2 oldest kids, him and I'd drop them off at my mom's house, and then we'd drive down Pack Highway into Fife and past Fife, I think like into Milton or somewhere around that area, to get like, cheap cigarettes. I mean, there was a time when you could get like generic brand, I don't even remember the brand, Roger or something, whatever, but they were generic cigarettes, and you could get them $10 a carton. And on the way there, we're passing by Emerald Queen and Fife, and on the way back, we're passing by Emerald Queen and Fife, and I never once had a desire to go to the casino. Although, what was really messed up, though, is how the husband decided that he was going to hit the casino with his friend, the one that helped him, cheat on me by providing a place for him to go with the woman that he was cheating on me with over in Tacoma. So, but, I don't even need to even get into that. I think I've already pretty much let y'all know how I feel about that, and how, I still got a problem with a dude that's going to, that talked to me that way and treated me that way when I didn't deserve it. Here I went out, on a limb for this dude, who I lowered my standards for, by a lot, and then, like I said, got done dirty by him. And then he's going to be disrespectful to me. The way he was treating me after everything I did to him, I wouldn't even talk to a dog the way he was talking to me. Here I call him for to ask about the kids, or tell him whatever, and he's like, oh, what do you want? It's like, wow, really, dude? What gives you the right to treat me like that when all I did was help you and buy a car for you and give you gas money and do this and do that? And then put up with his horrible body odor and lack of personal hygiene. Like, who goes around without brushing their teeth for like 3 or 4 months at a time? Or not bathing for the same amount of time? And once again, I'm off on a tangent, but I digress. Anyways, so I have to go. I'll be picking up Morgan from daycare pretty soon. And thank you guys for watching my video, and please pray for me. Like I said, I'm going through a lot, and I am healing. It's just a long process, and I would say that to anybody. Don't give up on yourself just because you're still upset about the past, or you have animosity or whatever. Just keep moving forward and do the best that you can every day to try to forgive the person or people, even if it's just a little bit. Even if you have to keep forgiving them every day, do it. Because in the long run, your hatred toward them doesn't do anything to them at all. They're just going to keep on doing what they're doing anyways. You know what I mean? So if you focus on that, you're going to end up becoming like them. Like my mom said, even though she was a lunatic, she said, whatever you give your attention to is what you become like. Like, truer words were never spoken. And that's something I'm going through right now. It's like, dang, how come I keep reliving this crap over and over again? And some friends of mine explained to me why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. It's like when I explain stuff to you guys, it's like I'm going through it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not easy. It's not an easy life, walking the path of sobriety and just continuing to try to do the best in life every day. You know what I mean? It's not easy, but it's worth it. But like I said, it's not easy. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh yeah, you quit drugs, everything is going to be gravy. No, it's not. Because you're going to have to deal with whatever the consequences are of the negative stuff you did or said when you were under the influence. Or bills you have to pay. I have to pay a lot of back child support. Because for years I was running the streets without a job. You know what I mean? So that's what we call a natural consequence. And now I've got to go. This video is almost 16 minutes long. That's crazy. This is my longest video yet. Woohoo! If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, but only if you want to. And even if you don't want to, please share. Because like I said, networking is the only way to go in this society. And I also have that new Facebook page, My Journey in Recovery. Please share that. If you don't want to sign up or whatever, be a member or whatever, just pass it on to the next person. Like I said, networking. Now I gotta go. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Have a good, safe night. And stay warm. It's super cold out there. Bye-bye.